You know when you're looking for something and it's right in front of you? Mm-mm-mm. Anyways, Tesla bridge. Oh my goodness, here we go already. Here we go already. Mars. Ah, oh my goodness. I'm telling you, we're either going to be celebrating or buying the dip skis, you know? Anyways, AGBA looks good. So congratulations if you're holding this. The S&P has actually done quite well today. Hopefully it stays above the 500s into the close, which it should. And Tesla's green. Tesla's up at Tesla's almost up 2%, right? So none of this matters though. Right? As I said this morning, all of this is just it's all about the earnings tonight. So we wait. So yeah, those earnings come out 5 minutes after the market opens, and then we have the Tesla conference call. So um, I just want to pull up the conference call so I don't have to go look for it later. La, 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 la. No, I don't want to sign in. Bridge? Well, I hope not. I hope not. On Tesla, but 175 is coming. Or the daily chart looks ugly, ugly, ugly. I mean, these are the type of charts that if someone asked me, "Hey, do you think I should buy this thing?" I would trash it. I would trash this damn thing. Look at it. I mean, look at it. You know, look at the damn thing. Sheesh. What a sell off. My goodness. I have this line at the bottom here because that's what we could potentially go to for double bottom. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But if it does, and then the calls are cheap. Yeah. Take it below 100, Joe. I will fight you. I will fight you. So if Tesla goes to 100s, we buy the dipskis. But I'm going to leave it on the 3 minute time frame here. Less violence, you know? Please and thank you, he says. Yeah, there's really no need to look at the technicals except for the daily, so hands ready to go. So I'm gonna pull up the T-shirt that Michelle wants to give away. Michelle has a Tesla T-shirt, by the way. Michelle has a Tesla T-shirt, so we might as well give away something that is from Tesla, right? Right. Exactly. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Cool. So I will ask for your guesses later today. In in a few minutes I'll ask, and I'll spam it in Discord. So and then you guys can place your votes for the giveaway. Closest person to the price. I don't know if we do without going over. We'll decide later. But yeah, you get a Tesla T-shirt, and then you can say this one time when I was right about Tesla crashing. Yup. Yup. Uh, yup. AGBA. Yeah, that thing keeps sailing below, in and around like 310 to 308. It's been here a few times, hasn't it? Yep, 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 yep. And then the highest we've been is that 325 in pre-market. So if we can break above that level, and then it's gone skis. And then it's gone skis. Okay. Might be the move though. Yeah, if it can stay about $3 this time, I think it's gonna send it. It's gonna send it. Okay. Uh, uh, so yeah, Tesla missed in September EPS and missed in December. I'm just looking at their last earnings report here. So, made more money on the last report, $25 billion, 7.8, EPS 227. That's not a whole lot of cash, is it, Tesla? How are you going to do a buyback? How are you going to do a share buyback if you don't have enough money? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then we have the when dip, Gary, I will fight you. I will fight you. Anybody that says dipskis, well, we're going to $100. Anyways, so yeah, investors relations here for Tesla. And then the press release comes out later today. Right, so 2024. This was the yeah. No, no, no. Okay. Tuesday, April 23rd. So 5:30 Eastern. So an hour and a half after the market closes is the conference call. So we're gonna be here a long time. A long, long time. Okay. 2 hours. No, 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 no. Version of the. Okay, cool. A long, long time. April 23rd. No, 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 no. Official announcements. La, la, la. These are just questions, actually. These are just questions, like potential questions they might ask. There are a lot of votes on these questions, actually. That's a really good way to do it. Not like AMC. You know how AMC does their conference call? They're like, oh, pretend that somebody's actually asking questions. Uh, these are actually some really good questions, and then people vote. Optimus. Wow, some good questions. Towards approval for FSD. That's a really good question. Really good question. Can we get an official announcement and timeline for the $25,000 vehicle? Really good question. About potentially licensing FSD? Really good question. 88, what is the timeline for launching a revenue generate? Really good question. Really good question. What is the progress of the Cybertruck ramp up? Really good question. Not that I care about that question, but wow. Okay, these questions are a little bit repetitive now. What is the timeline for the scaling semi? Really good question. Really good questions. What is the timeline for the release of the Tesla robots? Really good question. Wow. Mo, really good question. Uh, Factory in Mexico. Blah 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 blah. When can we expect insurance? Tesla insurance in the states? Really good question. Wow. Level three assist highways. Any plans? Okay, cool. Lease ends. Can we discuss the FSD? These are some really good questions. Really, really good questions. So, yep, AMC pretends to care. That's for sure. It's like, we're getting these questions from retail, but who's this retail and how come these questions are trash? Right? So, good. Good, good, good. So, I'm there with you. You guys are annoyed? You know what? You want to fight? You want to fight? Anyway, so we have about 30 minutes before the market closes and 34 minutes before the Tesla earnings come out. So we have a lot of time. A lot of time we have. A lot of time. So, and Tesla is at 145 basically. Not that it matters, right? Question for you guys in the chat though. Which way do you think we go? Up or down? Let me know. I think down, but I also hope we've priced in all the bad news. So let me know what you think. Which direction do you think we go in? Up or down? Uh, I wish they just gave us a damn link instead of a. Yeah, a lot of FSD questions, more FSD questions than anything else. They would like to address. Institutional retail. Hmm. So when you put a question, you can say, okay, I'm an institutional retail. That's interesting. Uh, Dang it. Saying down or leave the chat. Exactly, virus. You hope it goes down, Joseph. Why do you hope it goes down? Gary just wants to buy more if it goes down. Trevor says down. Ryan says up. Kevin says down. Stop thinking. Michelle says up because she's holding a position already. 130 would be absolute rubbish. Virus wants to go up, up, up because he's holding calls. Yep. Meet me in the parking lot. Rubbish. Anyways, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please. Smash a like, hit that subscribe, share the link, and all the other fun things. A big position. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Uh, on the average, you want some more shares? Yeah. Yep. Expectations for Tesla though are that they miss earnings, right? It's not a massive surprise that we've been selling off for quite some time now. So I'm expecting Tesla to flop. The only thing that's going to save Tesla is one, they've sold off already to price in the bad news, and two, they could potentially give us really good guidance on not EVs though, but like on other cars or other things they're working on. That's about it. That's where we're going up. Yep. That's it. right? The only thing that would save them is that they've priced in so much bad news. I mean, Tesla is down 70%. Well, it was. And while everything else is sitting all the way up there. So bad news priced in and with hopefully good guidance. But if Tesla plays around, this thing is going to the abyss. The only way I buy more Tesla is at 120 or $100. That's about it. I hope Elon isn't spamming rubbish on let me take a look at Twitter. I hope he's not spamming rubbish on social media again. What is he doing? Is he actually working today? Oh my goodness. Dude, 3 hours before the conference call, dude is out here pinning stuff about, Twitter. Come on. Come on. What the hell? Look at this. 13 minutes ago, your guys on Twitter spamming wow. Oh my days. 27 minutes ago, he's still on Twitter. He's like, you are right. And you're waiting on 105 to 106. Yeah, there's a beautiful double bottom there, Joseph. Um, oh my days. Earnings coming up, and your guys out there spamming stuff on Twitter that has nothing to do with Tesla. Unbelievable. Every hour, Elon is on Twitter. Every hour. Every damn hour, Elon is on here. No, I think so too. I think so too. I think if we drop a little bit, people are going to start to FOMO. And if Tesla's pumping, people are really going to FOMO because I bet you whole bunch of people are sitting on the sidelines waiting. They're like, you know what? I hope it crashes so I can buy. Everybody's hoping Tesla crashes so they can buy. So imagine it doesn't crash. And then, anyways, telling you, every hour of the day, Elon is on Twitter spamming. Oh my goodness. Do you even work, bro? A virus. You better practice because it's not looking good. Anyways, we can do the game in about 3 minutes. Alrighty, we can do the game in 3 minutes and then do a giveaway. Practicing my laugh. Sheesh. Anyways, this is the Tesla Twitter account. So 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. That car looks hot though, doesn't it? That car looks hot. There are two. Uh, hmm. Let's see. Tesla. There's a video of Elon thrusting. That's the video I'm looking for. We're either going to be very happy to play this video or we're going to be very disappointed and hide this video. So I'm just looking for the video now. I'm sure you guys have seen the video, but if I can find it. You know that video of Elon saying go F yourself? We should find that one and then play it to the shorts. Only if it's pumping. Uh, can't seem to find it. Alright, too many videos. Too many damn videos. Should be an easier way to find this, I would think. Nope. 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 Anyways, clean. No, it's not. It's not on my desktop, Michelle. So bland. Not sure. The S&P is slowly curling up the 200, which is good. AGBA looks fine still. Impressive. And Tesla really doesn't matter, does it? Pay for ads on X. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? They can. Yeah, very interesting. I think Tesla wants to be in the Lambo group. No ads. Let the car sell itself. Yeah, Tesla doesn't pay for ads. Tesla doesn't advertise. So to think of all the vehicles they have without advertising is impressive. You know, no ads. When I la 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 ad, click,
Ugh, brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
that's gonna be me. It's a virus when Tesla's crashing. Ew, brother, how come it's going to 100? Wait, is that $50 for Tesla? Ew, ew. Anyways, well, we shall see. Anyways, yeah, I'm still looking for the damn video here. Unless I just deleted it, which I might have. Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. Yeah, I can't seem to find it. That's annoying. Buy Tesla now. Oh wait, if you like Tesla if you like Tesla and you like stress, the best thing for you to do is dollar cost average. Right? If you've done the research and you believe in the company, the best thing for you to do is dollar cost average. You could buy some of it, and then you have to, at the very least, wait to see what happens with earnings, though. Because if you go all in now and they miss earnings, you're going to be looking at $100 in 1 hour, in less than an hour. Yep. Yep. La, 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 la. I would put everything I have. If it goes under $100, Trevor, yeah, you and everybody else, you and everybody else. Would I put everything I have if Tesla goes under $100? No, no, no thanks. Yeah, Elon is always spamming Twitter, so I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, again, those. So the earnings come out. Uh, what time is it? Okay, in like 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Nope. Let me just respond to this notifications. It's getting close. Are you guys stressed yet? Are you stressed? You better not be, because you wait till those earnings come out and you see blood. Your stress levels are gonna be very high. If they miss and then it plummeted and immediately bounced due to the volume, it could happen. It could happen. We've seen that happen quite a bit with Tesla. We've seen it happen. So I hope it happens, but we shall see. Anyways, you can clearly tell though, like looking at the analyst reports and just retail sentiment, and obviously the way that we performed into earnings, except for today, it's not very. I think what happened today was people covered their short positions, um, just to lock in gains and potentially just get out of the way if it rocketed. But I don't think anybody really has a lot of faith in Tesla. Yeah, or people who have calls. Wait, what? Uh, 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 screw the shorts. So what I was gonna do, Michelle, is let me know. Because the wheel is gonna suck. Because you guys are gonna, well, yeah, the wheel is gonna be way too complicated. So, what we usually do for these earnings is we ask you to guess the price of Tesla when like after hours closes, like the closing price of Tesla. We're gonna be here for a long time, anyways. So earnings conference call, we have to go through all of that. The person that comes the closest. Um, Maybe without going over, wins. Because anything else is way too complicated. Anything else, you know? Prediction? Okay. Up or down? Okay. Well, the wheel is ready. The wheel is ready. The wheel is ready. Here, wheel. God of the stock markets. What do you think we do? Do we squeeze or do we go to zero? Or Elon sucks. Okay, are we ready to spin? Let's spin it. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. Okay, best of three. Best of three. Best of three. Best of three. Okay. Okay. Best of three. Just because it's very close. It's very, very close. Everybody thinks we crash. Even the wheel knows we're gonna crash. Oh my goodness. Take out the third one? No, Elon sucks. Anyways, why am I doing that? Anyways, okay, are you ready? He always cheats. I'm not cheating. Best of three. Okay, okay, okay. Look at that, right in the middle of the squeeze. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay. Okay. Now we can breathe a little bit. Okay. And and now for the final run. We had to touch at least one. Elon does suck. So okay. 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 Think we can all agree on this one. And it's a tie. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh, that's close. That's close. That's way too close. Okay. Whew. Best of three. Squeeze wins. Tiebreaker. Best of three doesn't exist in jail. Yes, it does. That was pretty damn close, though, wasn't it? So the wheel says we squeeze. So we crash and then we squeeze. Deal? Deal. But you do realize if we crash, you know what we're going to say, right? The wheel was right in the first place. So either way, the wheel is set up to be right. But best of three, though, we squeeze until the earnings come out. Well, earnings come out in 15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So I'll be ready. So let's do the game now. We have 10 minutes already. I'm gonna post the rules of the game in Discord, in stock general, and then you guys can put your guesses in there so they're saved. And if you edit your answer, then you're out of the running. So Michelle, thank you very much. No, 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 no. Thank you, thank you. This giveaway is brought to you by Michelle. Uh, okay. uh, Predict. Mm, okay. Okay. And the giveaway is live. The giveaway is live, guys. So go to Stock General and put in your answer. Alrighty. And then we have them in there. So you have to make a guess in the next 8 minutes. You have all the time you want in the next 8 minutes. But after the market closes, your answer does not count. And if you edit your answer, it doesn't count. So, cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go, Crystal. No, 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 no. Wait, what? Halted up. There you go. So yeah, get your answers in stock general. So they don't count on stream because I can't keep track of them on stream. So 175. Virus, are you just manifesting? You're hoping, hoping. We should have done a thread, huh? Yeah, that's okay. I can still keep track of them though, even in stock general. So it should be okay. Yeah. Yeah. Redo your answer, Troy. Redo your answer. 69, 69, 69. I'll inbox you my address. I'm telling you, if Tesla goes to 175, I'm changing my name. Rubbish. The contest ends in 6 minutes. As soon as the market closes, uh, then it's done. And it has to be the price of after hours close. So at least we have a number that's like a stable number that we can, Pablo, you should probably do like 69.69 instead of 169. Choo, choo, choo. Again, keep in mind your answers don't count on stream, so they have to be in Discord. So you have 5 minutes to get your answers in. You can change them if you want to. You can delete, and repost a new answer if you want to. They just have to be in there by you know. Anyways, okay. My answers. I should probably do. Yeah, I'm gonna do my answers in. So answer is in. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the biggest hater. Choo choo. Or midnight today. No, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're not gonna be on stream at that time, but we will be in Discord. So that's why it's a Discord giveaway. How is that cheating? How is that cheating? How? I mean, if I could put zero, I would put zero. If I could put zero, I would put zero. It's for big boys. Have you seen these muscles, Michelle? Oof. Yep. Yeah. No, usually we do that, Troy. Usually we do that, but yeah, usually we do that. It's honestly easy to track though. But yeah, I think the last time we did this, IB did a spreadsheet, which was really easy, but I don't have time for that. Why are you guys hating on my answer? Freedom of speech. Elon is advocating for freedom of speech on Twitter, and I'm giving you my answer. So, doo-doo-doo. 139.77. Okay. Uh, this stock is moving a little bit here, isn't it? CSLR looks really good, and then the other one that's also pumping here now is KP, KPRX, KPRX. Not sure where that momentum is coming from, but the volume is pretty low though, so be careful. No. For the record, yeah, it's really easy to track in Discord. I'll throw in a gift card for a Happy Meal. Yup. Yup. Again, I hope Tesla pumps, but then again, I don't trust Elon. So I'm expecting the dipskis because they're gonna miss earnings. The only thing that's gonna save them is good guidance. Tesla is going to miss earnings. Miss earnings. You have 40 seconds to get your answers in if you haven't guessed yet. Rude. You have 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Get the answers in. Again, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Smash a like. I'm watching from the toilet. Smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you're not a member yet, come join us in Discord. More likely to win? Exactly, Jameson. Share the link, guys, if you haven't already. Okay, you have 2 seconds, and it's over. Market closed. So guesses are in. And we have 5 minutes. And the chaos begins. Again, your answers have to be in Discord, otherwise they don't count. Yeah, you're good to go, Troy, because your answer was in already in the JYD popping, fresh popping. Okay. Is anybody else stressed? Anybody stressed? Anybody nervous? The only people that are nervous are the people with big positions, you know? Oof, 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 oof. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I can already smell violence. Oh my goodness, Tesla. This is actually a good thing. It's dropping. That's a good thing. Oof. uh, yup. It's going back up. Nope, it's coming back down. So again, all of this is just like initial reactions to earnings. The earnings are not actually out yet, so they're not actually out, Gil. No, it's still it's only down 16 cents now. But maybe that's a sign of where it wants to go, though. Might lose more hair. Yup. Angie, your answer does not count. So I'm gonna put an X on it because it doesn't count. La 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 la. Let's go, Willie. Are you ready for Tesla earnings? Ready? Ready for the flop? No, exactly, Kenny. Exactly. Which is why I said like I like that it's dropping into earnings. Yep. As much as like I would like to buy more on the dipskis, I also don't want it to crash, you know. But we shall see. How do you enter the giveaway? In Discord. No, Wes, your answer does not count. Uh, choo, choo, choo. It's too late. Actually, maybe we can just let those slide. Maybe, maybe. No, you guys knew the rules to the giveaway. So yeah, yeah, does not count. uh, Oof, Tesla's at 150. No, Tesla's at 144. What is that? It's only been 3 minutes. Wait. Oh, it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash. Tesla went up $5 and then crashed back to the abyss. Oh, did you see that candle? Oh my goodness. The damn thing isn't even out yet. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. I'm ready. Just had to get the news feed going. Again, none of this really. We have 2 minutes left. That's a preview. Yeah, this is not a good preview though. I don't like when it's doing that because you know it's coming right back down. Huh? Huh? 151. Huh? 152. Huh? Back to 150. Oh lordy, Tesla's gonna get entered. Tesla's gonna get entered. 154. Huh? 155. Huh? Interesting. Interesting. 156. Huh? Huh? 156.50. Interesting. Virus is already celebrating, and we have a minute to go. Uh, okay, so earnings are out. Uh, Tesla missed on every front. So Tesla missed revenue. So revenue was 21.3 billion. Estimate was 21.48. So pretty damn close. And EPS estimate was 56. They came in at 45. Right. So they missed. Tesla missed earnings. Right. But we know better though. Right. So uh, oh, the fact that it crashed so much, maybe that's the only thing that's saving it here now. Right. So we're gonna need to go read the full report though on their because we have a lot of time to go over all of this stuff. So I'm just pulling stuff up now. Yep. So I don't see anything on their website yet, but I'm gonna post. I'm just gonna post the quick the headlines on in Discord. Headlines. So Tesla sees notable lower volume growth for 2024. Tesla new vehicles, including okay. So Tesla's talking about new affordable vehicles. I bet you that's the only thing that's keeping this up. So they missed revenue, missed EPS, lower growth, but they're talking about new vehicles. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, waiting for the phone call. Yeah, I mean at least it's green. Ooh, until Elon opens his mouth, 180 Oksana. Well, it's for sure not going to 177. La 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 la. They're misearning and skyrocket. We've talked about this so much, right? So when a stock is selling off into earnings, there's always a chance. He's trying to make it make sense. No, I mean, you sound sad. No, I'm just reading this stuff. New vehicles, including more affordable models. Blah blah blah. Okay, let me pull up their the actual Twitter thing here. Okay. So we can all see what it looks like. Cool. I'm gonna pull up their Twitter thing too, so we can look at that. Haters, haters are gonna hate. This is still the old one. It hasn't updated yet on the website. It's updated in other places, it's just not on the website. I just got excited. I thought it was. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. Well, Michelle, not yet. Oh, Tesla's at 149. Oh, 148. Oh, 147. Oh, Lord. This is why we have to put the giveaway time for like after the conference call. Oh, my days. Yep. There's nothing here that like that makes Tesla, you think that Tesla's gonna rally. There's nothing. Like there's nothing on here. Uh there's nothing on here that would make you feel like, oh yeah, Tesla is amazing. Right? So hopefully we stay green, but it's bouncing back again here. So these are 3 minute candles, by the way. Yeah, it's not responding, is it? No, it's not. So I checked, and then I checked the website and it wasn't. But we know the earnings are out, and we have like so Tesla remains committed to company-wide cost reduction. Uh, so Tesla Q1 negative free cash flow 2.53 billion. Estimate was blah 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 blah. Okay. Tesla remains committed to company-wide cost reduction. So what does that mean? Firing more people? That's what it means. Hey, we're gonna fire you. Fire you. At least we're back above 150. Uh, Tesla production of Gigafactory Shanghai down subsequent. Okay. Okay. See that? That's a stupid headline. So Tesla plans on launching more affordable vehicles, which we know already. Uh, the launch of new models. This is too much talk about new Tesla models, isn't it? Like we need to hear stuff about FSD. I bet you they're slowly spitting this out in increments so we can keep reading these headlines. They couldn't wait to buy the dip. Yeah, eat a cucumber. It's good for blood pressure because he wanted to the dip skis. No, I have enough. I have enough Tesla shares that like if I don't need to, I don't want Tesla to crash. But also if it dipped, I wouldn't mind. But yeah, I don't see anything about FSD yet, and robot taxi and the robot, and anything else. Yeah, so Tesla is currently working on a ride-hailing functionality. Interesting. See again, like the earnings missed, right? The only reason we're pumping here is because one, we sold off, and two, there's stuff coming out that people are potentially interested in, right? Everybody's been asking for like these affordable Tesla vehicles. They're like, okay, we're gonna do that. And then there's some stuff coming out about like ride sharing. So it's the guidance that's getting people excited, and it always is. Like it's rarely ever about the earnings. The market knows exactly what Tesla is going to report, right? The market knows what Tesla is going to do, but then it doesn't know what Tesla is going to say for guidance, though. That's why you have these reactions. Did I buy puts? No, I did not buy Tesla puts. Yeah, exactly, virus. Exactly. No, I have enough Tesla shares. So I'm happy if Tesla's pumping, but if it dips, actually, I don't want Tesla to dip. Covered calls lately, so you cannot complain. Yeah, okay. I'm just waiting for more headlines here. uh, what if I told you that I have more Tesla shares than you, Michelle? What would you say? Anyways, artificial intelligence. Investigating the hardware and software ecosystem necessary. Okay. Cool. For passive income? Yeah, Gary, that's cool, isn't it? Are you going to play the conference call? Yeah, we're gonna be here till like Elon opens his mouth and the stock crashes. Anyways, I like headlines, headlines. My Discord is broken. Tesla's at 155. See, it might be a good thing that we've been to the top and then been back to the abyss and then been back up there, back to 155. Tesla's going for 156. Have you up $23, Trevor? There you go, right? So if you dollar cost averaged, that's a good thing because even though everybody expects Tesla to dip, what if it doesn't dip? At least your dollar cost averaging, right? So my Discord is broken. Cool. Tesla is currently working on a ride-hailing functionality. That's interesting. Yeah, Tesla should have sold some Bitcoin and used that money to do a share buyback. It never was. What do you mean for Tesla? Oh, you mean like the yeah? Nope. No abyss, Michelle. Oh, la 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 la. We're back to 155. There's a nice supply zone just above 156. So we seem to be stalling a little bit. 169.69. Only if Elon puts out something to do with FSD. They're not nice. They're for sure not nice. Uh, uh, we're listed on the left. Okay. Yeah, Veronica, you're a Discord member, not a legend, not a goat. Wash your mouth. The hater rate is strong. Michelle, somebody has to hate, you know? Somebody has to hate. Somebody has to hate, you know? Somebody has to hate. True, true, true. Oh, Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. I see. Yep. Okay, let me go back. Webcast. So let me pull up the time, guys, for the Tesla conference call, because we have a lot of time left, and that's okay. So this is the timeline, right? And this should really tell you which direction we're gonna go in for the rest of the. So an hour and 12 minutes here already, and then Tesla Elon is gonna be speaking on if he's not too busy spamming Twitter. If he's not too busy spamming. So the market's closed at okay. Yeah, SPY closed not too far away from the highs of the day actually. Not bad. And then pushed after hours a little bit. So Tesla is just chilling around 155 here now. At least again it's above 150, so weak sauce. Weak sauce. 7% after hours? Who does that? Even AMC does better than this, you know? I'm kidding. Not. Yeah, the market was good today. Hopefully it continues. I think with these earnings coming up like Meta and I think these things are going to continue to do well this week, especially. So, like I said earlier today was a good day for Tesla to report earnings. Why? Because sentiment was bullish today. If you're trash and you're going to report earnings, you might as well report earnings when the market is strong. Might as well. Tesla is in the 153s now, so 15 Teslas in that time. Unless it's the Cybertruck, then it's 0.0000 Shiba price. Anyways. Anyways. No. In the process of changing from Question to Interactive, I hope transfers a seller a month to change my plan. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, Veronica. Yeah, just save that and then watch it when you're ready to upgrade. I'm in some Tesla groups. From what I'm seeing, the community speaks of it's not good. No one really cares about. La, 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 la. I mean, it's always going to be like that, though. It's always going to be like that. I mean, you think about like when Tesla initially came out with EVs or talked about EVs. I bet you the interest wasn't very high, was it? So Uh, there had to be a 69 in that number, Michelle. There had to be a 69. Did Pablo put you up to this? Look at Tesla. 153, Michelle. $8. $8. That's it. $8. Thank you for the super chat, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I only hate Tesla in the short term. But I think FSD is huge, and all the other things they do. So um, 152, Michelle. I see fat red candles. No looking good. If AMC jumped, would it would be. I mean, duh. Yes. And there goes Tesla. Tesla's in the 151s now. Oof. Tesla. Look at this. Look at the size of this red candle. By the time Elon comes on, the stock is going to be at zero. I bet you Elon is let me show you something. I bet you Elon is spamming Twitter. I bet you Elon is spamming Twitter. Actually, that's not what I'm looking for. I bet you this guy is he's spamming Twitter. Or unless he's okay, I'm gonna go to the replies. I bet you he's spamming Twitter. Okay, the last tweet was 59 minutes ago. Maybe he's actually gonna go do some work now. He's like, "Ooh, conference call is coming. Conference call. Let me go read the notes. Let me go read the notes. What am I supposed to say? Rubbish. Look at that. Without being arrested, Gary? I think so. Yes. Can you imagine if Tesla did an offering? Oh my goodness, I would die if Tesla did an offering. Oof. What time is the call? The call is in an hour and 7 minutes. 1 hour, 7 minutes, 36 seconds. Can you imagine, Michelle? Breaking news. Tesla is doing an offering at $50. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yep. And have the enhance. Oh yeah, you got your Tesla. Yeah. Use it all the time. Love it. It just seems like people are hating on it. I would subscribe for road trips. Exactly. Yeah. Hey, I think it's really cool, and I think eventually that's where we're gonna move to. People get into their cars, they're reading a book, and the car is driving. Right? You get into the car and you're in a conference call, and the car is driving. Yeah, I think as time goes on, people have less time to do stuff. Like when like I don't know what I was trying to say, but uh, Tesla now has over 1.2 billion FSD miles. So I think what they're planning on doing is get to between 6 and 10 billion, and then they're gonna seek for approval. So 1.2 billion FSD miles. And I think that's why they're lowering the cost of FSD and the monthly subscription, so more people can get it, so they can get to this goal really quickly. I think that's the plan. So and then as soon as they hit that milestone and it gets approved, I think Tesla is gonna ramp up the price of FSD. The virus, no comments. 1.2 billion FSD miles. So in terms of like Tesla revenue, so Q1, so over the years, right? Over the years, Tesla's revenue. So in 2021, so all the Q1s, right? So net income over the last 5 years for Tesla, every Q1. In 2020, they had 16 million. 16 million, right? In 2021, they had 438 million. In 2022, Tesla had 3.3 billion. In 2020, in 2023 they had 2 point, actually, so they had more money. So in so 3.3 billion in 2022, 2.5 billion in 2023, and then 1.1 billion in 2024. So obviously they're losing some monies, right? So the best year was 2022. 2022. So 2023 wasn't that bad either. But 2024, 1.1 billion. So this is just Q1 revenue, though, net income over the last 5 years, right? So again, so you can kind of see why people are concerned about Tesla losing some ground in the EV space, because not a whole lot of people are. Uh, Very impressive. They tried to approve a robotaxi in the US, not to bring on politics. I think so too. I think so too. I think Elon's best chance of getting FSD approved is if somebody else wins the elections. Yep, yep. I mean, Elon has been fighting these guys on Twitter. So what do you think is going to happen when he goes like, "Oh, but I want approval for this"? They're going to be like, "Oh yeah, how about you approve these?" Yep. How about you approve these? So Tesla's at 152. Yeah, I don't think, honestly, like I don't think the S&P cares about, yeah, Michelle. Yeah, that's the only way Elon is gonna win this race. But anyways, I don't think the S&P really cares about Tesla. You know, like the last thing the S&P cares about is Tesla. So the last thing on the list is Tesla. La, la. DCA Life. No, 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 no. Tesla spends over $1 billion on AI infrastructure over the last three months. Well, Tesla is spending money, all right. AI infrastructure, so not EV vehicles, AI infrastructure. So that's why, like, I look at it long term. Yeah, that's right. So when you think of Tesla's future, though, I think it's bright. But when you think of the short term, I think they're still trying to, turn a corner. So again, I trash Tesla for the short term, but for the long term, I don't hate it, obviously. So uh, for Meta tomorrow, Meta reports tomorrow. No, I won't be here tomorrow at this time. I'm only here because it's Tesla. Meta can suck it. I don't care about that. I'm kidding, but no, I'm not kidding. Though I do have an appointment at 2:15, so 4:15. So I won't be here tomorrow after the not much after the close. Not much after the close. Only because of Tesla. That's it. Because I wanted to buy the dip skis or celebrate. Well, I don't think we can celebrate yet because this is rubbish. You know, massage again. It's that builds cars. Exactly, Gary. Exactly. Exactly. Tesla is an AI company that builds EVs. So uh, soccer bucks is AI. Opinions I can't let. Oh yeah, I see. On Meta, yeah, I bet you Meta is gonna miss beat earnings. I really can't see Meta missing earnings. You know, not after a dip, not after the dip we've had in the market. I just can't see Facebook missing earnings. Meta and Microsoft. I just can't see these companies missing earnings. You know. Yeah. Oksana. Yep. Agreed. So we have about another hour left, guys, before Elon comes on. 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for now. Just waiting. Searching more stuff here. Crazy. Any favorites going into tomorrow? I think AGB is still a standout, right? But at this point, you're gonna have to wait for it to break out. There are a whole bunch of names in Discord that I haven't looked at because we've been focused on Tesla. You know, like Shim is pumping a little bit there. CSSE is pumping. I just don't. I haven't looked at any of them. Rusty shows robotaxi being in other countries successfully. Mark, you know what? That's what Tesla should do. Like Tesla should like go into Saudi Arabia, go into like Dubai. Yeah, you know what I mean. Go into some other countries. You know, go to China, go to Cameroon, and then the Tesla is going to end up being stolen, and then it's going to end up in pieces, and those pieces are going to end up back in the states because, anyways. Um, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't mean to trash my fellow people, but yep. Tesla better not make it to Cameroon, otherwise it's not coming back. But yeah, no, they should take it to some of these other countries, because the states is a lot of politics. But I hope not. I hope not. We'll see. We just have to wait and see. Australia. Okay. Yeah, they really should. Australia, the UK. There's so many different places they could potentially go to. Right? No. Yep. Question for you guys in the chat though. Even though we're trashing Tesla and we will continue to trash Tesla, yes or no? If you think Tesla in 5 years will be higher, I mean, let's go out a year. In a year, will Tesla be higher than what it is now? Type in yes or no. Let me know. Just give it a year, right? Forget about 5 years and 10 years. In a year, will it be higher than $150? Christo says yes. Is anybody Virus says yes. Dennis says yes. Kevin says no. Trey says yes. Azu says yes. Double Jeremy? Interesting. Mr. Chairman says yes. Ryan says yes. Rusty, yes. Maybe Dennis? Maybe. Yeah, so I think we're all on the same page, right? I think we're just concerned. We're just concerned about, the EV, like the EV, the fact that it's labeled as an EV company, right? But the more money Tesla spends, the more products they bring out, the more people realize that, oh, okay, maybe Tesla is working on robo taxis. Huh. What is that going to do to Uber? I don't know. Oh, they're working on robots? Oh, but what about solar? Oh, cool. Right? So the more Tesla, the more stuff we learn about Tesla, the more that we so yeah, it's just the short term stuff, right? Short term stuff. The one company that people look at as a competitor to Tesla is BYD, like the China stock, the China company BYD. BYD has some pretty nice vehicles, right? Guess how much those sales were down this year? 40%, right? So it's not just the Tesla, is it? It's all these EV companies, all of them. They've all struggled. Look at NEO. Look at NEO, look at FSR, look at Rivian, right? So that's what's killing Tesla right now. Is just that connection to EV. So again, if they can talk about other stuff, that would be good for the stock. Yep. With Tesla hinted towards flying cars, but wasn't specific. Yeah, I saw that interview. Someone was asking Elon, like, "Hey, do you think we could have flying cars?" He's like, "Well, blah 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 blah. Maybe." He's like, "Maybe," because then he said they're collabing. So SpaceX and Tesla are doing a collab to for new vehicles for one specific vehicle. All of those are no. There's only one good vehicle there. That's BYD. BYD has nice vehicles, Michelle. Like BYD is the one that Warren Buffett likes. Cool the Earth by one. Why? Why are we cooling the Earth? Why are we cooling the Earth? Technology, green future. I guess. EV. I guess. This website looks rubbish, doesn't it? That's because it's not meant for the. Hmm. Honestly, I drive a Tesla over that, but so this is BYD. This is the ad. So they have an ad. They have an ad to sell the vehicles, and Tesla still outperforms. It's 812 years old. Hmm. My drone delivery though, Gary, possibilities are endless. That's what Tesla should have done actually. They instead of cutting the prices down, they should have done some ads. But honestly, I think the way they're looking at this is you're giving people value instead of spending the money on like run stupid ads. Anyways, we're still sitting at 153. Tesla is the conference call is in 52 minutes, so we have a lot of time. A lot of time. A lot of time. 25. Interesting. Long-term investors should work without. Uh, Damn, Gary, isn't that too soon? That's too soon, isn't it? Oh, damn. That's too soon. Well, uh, insane system. How to overcome drag from the turbines? Yeah, we're just sitting here now and waiting. At least we're not waiting in the abyss. Spy sitting at new highs. Yeah, the S&P is slowly creeping up here. Slowly creeping up. Anyways, Larry's, you promised me 175. I'm just waiting for it. 175. All day you promised. Never too soon. I don't really think there's anything else we can look at, honestly, to be as we wait for earnings. There's really nothing else. We've seen all the headlines. We just have to hear them speak now. That's it. By open tomorrow. Dogecoin to pump with Tesla Onyx. Well, maybe if we run hard enough. This is not a run. This is like I don't know what this is, but that's not a run. Let me see if there's anything else. The Senate has advanced the TikTok diversement or ban. Interesting. TikTok is in trouble. Pressure mounts on to better his vision for cool. Visa also announced earnings, and it looks like they beat earnings. Cool. It would have been nice to get some good headlines, you know. Would have been nice to get some FSD stuff. Motorcycles, I hope not. I hope not. I think Elon really needs to focus on like robotaxi and FSD and the $25,000 vehicle. I think they really need to like figure stuff out. No more like all over the place. I think the Cybertruck was rubbish, rubbish, absolute rubbish. But fun it seems. To have on the people until the call. I hope so. I hope so. We'll see. You want a Cybertruck? Yup. Just get the Model Y instead, Michelle. It's 29,000, the cheapest it's ever been. So, yup. It's always crazy though. Like when good news comes out for Tesla, just wait. Um, right when Tesla was pumping back in the day, I say back in the day, a few months ago, right? You would hear all these like news of like GM is using Tesla charging, Ford is using Tesla charging like every single day. When good news comes, it comes in waves, right? When bad news happens, I mean, obviously Tesla has only had bad news lately. You don't like cars? Okay, really? I was about to say I haven't seen any Cybertrucks, but I live in Canada, so that's interesting though, because there's only like 3,800 Cybertrucks out there, just below 4,000 Cybertrucks, right? So the fact that you're seeing a whole bunch is interesting. Yeah. Yup. Tesla needs to break out here, Michelle. 155 breakout, push for 160. Joe, have you tried the bulletproof or like if a rock breaks the window? Have you tried that? You should try it and let us know. You broke your neck. No, no, no. I'm just saying, like I haven't seen any, but I again, I live in the mountains. So I don't think anybody really wants Tesla Cybertruck issues in Canada. Trucks are not allowed in Canada. Yeah, they are. Within a couple of miles here. Wow, that's crazy. The S&P is still looking good. 506. SPY needs to get back to 520 is what it needs to do. Tesla needs to stop slacking and give us more than 7%. Frozen tundra. Not wrong. Yeah, Canada most likely invented the Cybertruck. That's where Elon got the idea from. Kidding. 45 minutes, guys. 45 minutes, and then it's time. It's time. When you listen to Elon talk though, about the future of the company, it is exciting, isn't it? Like it's like, oh my goodness, that's very cool, right? When you listen to him talk, it's like, wait, what? Really? Well, hopefully he doesn't sound like, oh, maybe this is coming, maybe that's coming. Like, just give it to us. We only want good news. None of this maybes. Oh, that's why. That's why, Jameson. Hopefully not today. Till Elon speaks, Mindy. Till the conference call. 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Yeah, we've been waiting a while now. So we have been waiting a while. But Mindy, take that. Tesla's at 156. Take that. Rubbish. Kidding. Uh, no, he usually doesn't, but he gives you like maybe Troy. You know, when someone says, "Hey, is this gonna happen?" He's like, "Maybe." And it's not a yes or it's not a no. Not when the stock is in the abyss. You can't sound like that. Yeah, yeah, it will last long. Oh my goodness. Damn. Sheesh. Mindy's a bigger hater than I have been today. A bigger hater for Tesla than I have been today. Oh my goodness. There we go. 156.20. Come on, 8%. At this rate, we're gonna catch up to 169.69. Come on, keep pumping. Introducing the Taylor Swift car package. Yep. You both can suck it. Maybe I'm trashing Tesla though, so then if it crashes, the blow is easy to take. Michelle. Maybe. La, 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 la. Mindy, by the way, it's your turn on Microsoft reports earnings on Thursday, so they better not flop. They better not flop. We're headed for the highs of the day, guys. Uh, the high of that candle was 157.20 ish. 157. So we're 50 cents away from the highs of the day for Tesla. Exactly, virus. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. 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 You're taking a short position. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's approaching a double top here for Tesla. So we'll see. You have Microsoft puts, virus. You think Microsoft is going to miss earnings? I would be really surprised if Microsoft missed earnings. But also, it depends, what phase of the rally we're in into earnings. Because if it's high, it's going to dip skis. But damn, why are these rows so savage, Mindy? Damn, sheesh, sheesh, damn. We're gonna be using what? Damn, recycled Tesla batteries to make our computers. Wow. Anyways, by that point, Tesla will be on Mars, so don't worry. Cybertruck can the fields during the Vegas road trip. Must be nice to have some. You guys are crazy. Uh, building data centers everywhere. Microsoft, yeah. Yup. Savage. Savage. Anyways, 40 minutes left, guys. 40 minutes. No, 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 no. Okay. And the top, they higher. Yup. No, 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 no. Oh, goes to jail. You know Tesla is going to zero, right? Life eventually he disappears. That's a real concern, though, isn't it? That is a real concern. Yeah, like I've thought about that. Yup, yup, yup. I mean, let me know what you guys think in the chat. It's a real concern. I don't think Elon would ever leave Tesla, but you never know. That is, I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. The only reason why Tesla has struggled as much as it has, well, maybe two reasons: EVs, but then also the fact that Elon is there and he's spamming. So maybe, as long as the right people are in place for Tesla, right? But hopefully at that point, though, Tesla is at 2,000, Mindy, and then it dips to like 1,500, and then rallies back up. Easy days, easy days. Tesla is pumping, guys. Tesla is at highs of the day now. Yep. The more Mindy trashes this, the higher it goes. Keep trashing. Oh my days. Uh, as Yeah, I agree. Uh, Instead of I only, yeah. I mean, I mean, okay, sounds good, Mark. Sounds good. Yeah, I again, Trevor, I don't think it makes a huge difference to you, honestly. It really doesn't. Like, it really, really doesn't. Right? The difference between Tesla being a 145 versus 160 on 10 shares, it's not a whole lot. Right? If you're really thinking of like a bigger picture, right? This is nothing. So you're better off being safe than jumping all in and then have Tesla go to 110. You'd be celebrating right now if Tesla was at 110, right? Because you could add more. So I wouldn't worry about only dollar cost averaging. So no, 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 no. Tesla is bouncing. 159.69 first. Yep. Yep. The closer we get to the conference call, the higher it goes. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. 950 NCR. Yeah. 36 minutes, guys. Keep going. Random question. What's your favorite thing of, like, if you're holding Tesla? What's your favorite thing about Tesla? In the Type that in the chat. When you think of Tesla, what's your favorite thing about the company? Michelle's gonna say Elon because that's why she bought the stock. 'Cause she's like, "Go, daddy, go, Elon." It's not holding it. They make money. Yeah, virus. Yep. Yeah, the flamethrower. Yeah. Na, na, na. Flamethrower. No, no, no. Tesla was a great band. My goodness. So no one has a good reason. Fine, fine. Of new technology. Yeah. Yep. 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 What's his name on Chelsea's injured? Pablo. Or Arsenal conceded. Only one or two things, Pablo. One of two. Wow, really? Oh, wow. Nice. The price in 4 years? Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. Yeah, no, I do think it's impressive though, like how Elon can come up with a plan and execute for multiple years. Like the vision behind the company is really cool. Tesla just hit new highs. Right? I think the vision behind the company is really cool. I was impressed when I wrote that when I was reading the letter he wrote in 2016. He posted a letter in 2016 saying I wrote this 10 years ago, right? So, and that vision is slowly coming to life, right? And now we're talking about like self-driving cars, but this was something that he planned like 20 years ago, and we're just starting to see that come to fruition now. So I think that's really impressive. I think it's impressive. There's not very many companies you can look at that have a vision, but like it's a 20-year vision, and they're actually executing on that vision. Right? I don't think there's very many people, not very many companies. Like companies will pivot, right? If you think about it, a lot of these companies have pivoted from whatever they were doing to AI, right? We pivot to AI, but that's because they're pivoting to the times, right? But Elon wrote that article a long time ago saying Tesla will become an AI company, right? Nobody was talking about AI 20 years ago. Not Microsoft, Mindy. I'm kidding. Not Microsoft. Not Apple, right? So I think it's impressive. One thing. Yeah, exactly, Pablo. Exactly, exactly. And then the Boring Company, right, which is impressive, and a whole bunch more. Well, that's because humanity is greedy, though, right? Those videos, yep. That's because humans are greedy, right? So, like, when you think about it, like AI is only here because Elon is here, right? Open AI, like if we think of AI, we think of Open AI, right? He co-founded the company, right? So I think the only reason he says that is because people are taking it in a direction that he doesn't necessarily want it to go in. That's about it, right? He co-founded the AI company, and then I think things might have been going in the wrong direction, so he started his own AI company, XAI, right? So I think that's the yeah, I robot. Isn't that crazy that those things are actually going to be a thing now, Joe? Yeah, 20 years ago, Will Smith. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, he doesn't get sunburnt. That's because he's always inside spamming Twitter. That's what he's doing. Anyways, let's do our daily Twitter check. See if Elon is actually doing work, guys. This has to be the longest Elon has gone without spamming Twitter. That's because he's supposed to be speaking, so he's reading the notes. This is the longest Elon has gone without spamming Twitter. Unbelievable. Into the left for some reason for me. La, 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 la. Okay, that's interesting. Cool. There should be like a hashtag FSD, you know? I wonder if there is actually FSD. Should be. I mean, there's a Twitter account I think for FSD, but it doesn't have videos though. It doesn't have videos. Let me just search it. Uh, no, I think he. Honestly, Mindy, I think if you looked at, I think if you looked at his Twitter page, you would agree with a lot of the things he's saying. Again, I don't like it, but if you looked at it, you would agree with everything he's saying, right? So, no, 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 I'm just looking here again. Because humans are lazy. Look at the damn car stopping for pedestrians to cross. That's impressive. The damn car is stopping so people can cross the road. I think that's impressive. I think that's pretty cool. It's just me. Whether like I was in, I like if it with even if I didn't own any Tesla shares, I still think that's very impressive. I think that's very very impressive. Yep, I think that's impressive. I think people are gonna want to sit there and just do absolutely nothing and just watch the car drive on its own. So that's just me. Can you imagine sitting in a truck, Mindy? And anyways, I mean, let's see this turn. Let's see this turn. It's not turning. It's not signaling either, so it's not turning. That was a big gap. Yeah. I mean, I think it's impressive. The fact that the car can see that the light is red and it's stopping at the red light, I think it's impressive. I think stuff like that seems very small, but I think it's very impressive. Anyways, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, like, look at stuff like that. Like, that lady's just sitting there praying. She's praying. And the damn car is driving on its own. And she's like cheering. She's like, "Oh my god, that's so cool." She's like, look at that. Like the damn car is switching lanes. Like that's. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. I mean, look at that turn. Look at that turn. That's cool, isn't it? Anyways, we're just watching videos for now. Well, I think that was the update. Okay. Plus, that's a. And then you have idiots like this, you know. Look at this idiot. Look at this guy. He's out of the car. He's out of the car. Unless there's someone in there. No, like look at the dude. He's out of the car, sitting on the window. That's not good enough. Like look at the dude. He's sitting on the window so then the damn car can drive on its own. I think that's the type of stuff they're trying to eliminate. I think this is the type of stuff they're trying to eliminate. I think people are gonna get Teslas just so they can do that. Yeah, I think that's pretty silly, but I think that's silly. Oh, no, 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 no. That lady has a whole bunch of videos. La la la. It. You can sit. You can outside the window, Paris, and have the car drive. Yup. Yup. Anyways, yeah, we just had to search the right hashtag. Anyways, we have about another 25 minutes left, guys. We have a lot of time. Show you what FSD can really do for your OnlyFans page. Yep. Anyways, that's cool. Um, anyways, I think we've seen enough videos. Don't think there's anything else that we can really. Yeah, people just upload videos now. Name one other card that can do this. I will wait. All right, zero. Uh, at the service. TK, what did you do to it? Were you sitting outside the window? You were sitting outside the window. We'll have a traffic court for sanctions. Yes, yes, Troy. Send Elon to court. Yeah, news comes out. Yep, it's gonna be like the EV charging news with GM and Ford and all these other companies. Anyways, the S&P is dipping a little bit too, so Tesla kind of matches the S&P now. Matches the S&P. Choo 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 choo. So we come on, Elon. 23 minutes. FSD licensing. Yep. Well, first things first, they need to get approval. They need to. They need approval. Yeah. Then there's a camera there, like watching your face. So I don't know how that guy did it though. With him sitting outside the window, stuff like that is not supposed to happen. So I don't know how he was able to do that. Because there's a camera there watching your face, I think, right, Mark? So then you have to be sitting there. Was it gonna hit this person? Look at that. That's impressive. Stuff like this is impressive to me. Like the fact that I can see the pedestrian, like the guy on the bike, and it's like, ooh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I want to see what happens here. I want to see if it finds a way to go around these people. I don't think it can too though because of maybe look at that. Look at that. That's impressive. That's impressive. That's impressive. That's impressive. The fact that it saw two people cycling on the road and it went around them is impressive. Look at that. And let's go back. Let's go back. Okay. Look at that. The damn car is waiting and it's waiting and it's waiting and it's waiting and it's like, bye. I'm gonna go around you guys. I think that's impressive. I think things like that are gonna be. Humans don't know how to do that. No, they do not. No, Mindy. You found a video of someone getting run over, didn't you? Nope. Mm-mm. Today I was day positive. Look at that. Look at that turn. Oof. Look at that turn. Oof, 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 oof. Where are the haters? Where are the haters? I think people often like panic and then they touch the steering wheel, not because the car needs it, but because Hmm, I think that's impressive. Like this guy's out here panicking, touching the steering wheel. But that's cool. That's an impressive. No, I did not. I did not watch. I'm too busy watching FSD. Busy watching FSD. Very cool. Uh, yeah. So this is what I mentioned earlier about Tesla spending a lot more money on AI, right? So I mean, look at the amount of money Tesla is spending on AI, right? So look at 2020, 2021, 2022. Look at this, like the end of 2023 to 2024. They're ramping up for something. They're ramping up for something. Road rage on Tesla and the ones where people key the. Oh yeah, hate us. I overtake cyclists every day. Is that impressive, Gary? Well, you almost run them over. Also, it's a car doing it, not a human. No, 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 no. Anyways, is that enough? That's enough, right? Cool. We have 19 minutes left. 19 minutes. Again, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please and thank you. Please and thank you. So smash a like, hit that subscribe. Fun, fun, fun. Tesla stock is still just sitting here. So we hit almost 159 and then came back to 156. Better colors? I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, have you guys seen the Tesla robots? Right. So let me see if I can find them. Tesla robots. Let's see. I don't think that's the Tesla robot, is it? Oh, that's Optimus. Yeah. Too bad you guys can hear the. This is Boston Dynamics, by the way. This is scary. This one is scary. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Can you imagine seeing this thing on the road? Just wait for it. Can you imagine seeing this damn thing on the road? I am here to eat you alive. Anyways, so that's Boston Dynamics, and then this is Tesla. That's Tesla. That's not the only version. I've seen some cooler versions. Yeah, you can see in the back. There's some cooler versions in the back. Exactly, Rob. So you're just walking around. Not impressed with this one? Yeah, there've been some more impressive videos. Some more impressive videos. Uh, why is it shuffling like an 84-year-old man? Uh, they give you info, Oksana? Yeah, that's cool. He's walking while the other, when he's pickpocketing other people. Yep. Yeah, it's just walking. Just walking. Walking. Yeah, there's been some cooler stuff though. Yeah, and then Robotaxi, right? So Robotaxi. You haven't heard of this, right, Mindy? What today, right? Robotaxi, Tesla. So I mean, we've talked about a whole bunch of things already, and all of that is Tesla. Right? A whole bunch of things already. Dang, look at that Tesla robot. That thing looks sheesh. That thing could fight you on the streets. Robo Joe. Yeah. Sheesh. Uh, I wonder if this one's real. I wonder if this is real. Actually, can you imagine like? Can you imagine like? Can you imagine that the robot making dinner for you? You're like, I need some food. What can you make me for dinner? Mindy, I know. I saw that one. Look how delicately it's handling the egg. So I wasn't gonna play that one because I don't know if it's AI or not. Some of these are AI, and you can tell. So I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure. Yeah, this is the one you're referring to. I think this is These are sure. So I don't know if there's anything else. I think that's about it. Uh, yeah, I think those are just like people going crazy. Yeah, Tesla need to do some like unveiling. This was the movie, right? Will Smith. Who would have thought? They were close. Yes, yes, I am, Scott. The conference call starts in 13 minutes. So we're just kind of looking around and waiting. No thanks. Yep, yep, yep. Well, I mean, hopefully, only this, looking at this, tells you that Tesla is not just an EV company, right? EV is going to become the smallest part of what they do. So, yep, yep. I wonder if there's some beats to this one, actually. Yeah, you can't hear the music, so that's the annoying part. Absolutely, Scott. Absolutely. Doo-doo and what? And thrust. The Model H Tesla. I haven't seen that one. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Uh, I see. That's the Model 3. Yeah, I just thought maybe Twitter would be swimming in pictures, Josh. Anyways, so the stock is slowly rebounding from the chrono, so that's good. And we're just waiting 11 minutes. Yeah, no, we talked about that one earlier because people kept talking about the future's hydrogen vehicles and blah 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 blah. I just thought maybe there would be pictures somewhere because I haven't seen the pictures. Tesla's robot got delete. Yeah. Yup. So I wonder who's gonna win the giveaway. Kill all humans. Yeah. Yeah, I think those robots, those damn things are maybe not as far in the future as we think they are. But Uh, yeah. Yup. You're gonna win, Tesh. One thing's for sure, the virus is not gonna win. 69, 169, 69, Pablo. Yeah, unless Elon says something impressive. Unless he says FSD is gonna come. Anyways, uh, hmm, maybe was out of pocket for a bit. Just check back in. Let's go, Jody. Welcome back. Yeah, we're just waiting for the conference call. Waiting, waiting. 9 minutes. Yeah, just stay above 150 at least. Stay away from the abyss. He hates them. Well, he better not hate it today. Otherwise, the stock is gonna go to zero. He better say some good things. The only thing he likes is spamming Twitter. Spamming Twitter. I don't think he. I don't think the Tesla Twitter page actually posted anything. I don't think. 29 seconds. Okay, there we go. So they just. I think they just updated on the conference call. So Q1 earnings conference call starting in 10 minutes. So that's about seats. But that stuff is. I think they're gonna. Yeah, I think they might also do that on their. But yeah, 9 minutes, 8 minutes. What's the catchphrase? Catchphrase. You can go. Is that what it is? Tesla stonks? No, not today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, Josh. Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be. It's interesting listening to Elon because he actually has a vision, right? It's not the same as listening to Adam Aaron. You lose brain cells, but it's not the same. Maybe they should have paid the guy. Then he would have been more excited. Oh, hopefully he doesn't say Doge to the moon. My goodness. For coming, everyone, monies. Have a great day. Mic drop and exit. Oh my goodness. Well, we would be at $110 by tomorrow morning. Let me see. Rate cuts. La, 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 la. I'm just looking at stuff. La, 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 la. Cool. Doo-doo-doo. Maybe he just likes messing with the employees' employment stats. Maybe. I mean, he made a really good point though. Like, how many people does it take to like run Twitter? What are they doing at Twitter? Like it's a messaging app. Like, what are they really doing? It's not like they're building cars or like they're doing other stuff. Like, Twitter is not that cool. So la, 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 la. To the moon for tax for tax reasons. Stock will either go to zero or go to 2000 immediately, Troy. 5 minutes. Okay. Do we get a? Did you ever see the video from employees? No, you mean like the? Oh no, I did not. Were they just sitting there and doing stuff, doing nothing? So 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes, and the stock is just relaxing for now. 4 minutes. La, 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 la. It's yeah, maybe. Oh, 2 minutes. To 200 Scots. That would be perfect. Would be good. There we go. Yeah, no, it does. It does that. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So I'm just muting it for now because they're still doing the theme music, the Elon intro music. There's still 2 minutes left, anyways, right? So 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Mm, another 100 shares. Either way, you win. Well, unless it goes down and it doesn't come back up, Tesh, then you win nothing. Kidding. It's wild. Okay, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it so I can watch it. It's yeah, because it's not gonna let me watch it on stream unless I use the other browser, unless I use the other screen. Okay. Oh wow. What? Wait, they have food? They have food? They have a gaming room. Wait. Is that a massage room? It's a massage room. They have a yoga room. No wonder Elon fired these people. They would show up to work and then eat and then go get a massage and then go play games. Sheesh. Okay, we have a few seconds left before Elon comes on. Damn. Are you kidding? Made some espresso, had some red wine from the tap, and then went to the rooftop and relaxed. Oh my goodness. No wonder Elon fired these people. Oof. Oh my goodness.
2024 Q&A webcast. My name is Martin Vieca, VP of Investor Relations, and I'm joined today by Elon Musk, Vaibhav Taneja, and a number of other executives. Our Q1 results were announced at about 3 p.m. Central Time in the update deck we published at the same link as this webcast. During this call, we will discuss our business outlook and make forward-looking statements. These comments are based on our predictions and expectations as of today. Actual events and results could differ materially due to a number of risks and uncertainties, including those mentioned in our most recent filings with the SEC. During the question and answer portion of today's call, please limit yourself to one question and one follow-up. Please use the raise hand button to join the question queue. But before we jump into Q&A, Elon has some opening remarks. Elon?
Thanks, Martin. So to recap, in Q1, we navigated several unforeseen challenges as well as the ramp for the updated Model 3 in Fremont. There was, as people have seen, the EV adoption rate globally is under pressure, and a lot of other auto manufacturers are pulling back on EVs and pursuing plug-in hybrids instead. We believe this is not the right strategy, and electric vehicles will ultimately dominate the market. Despite these challenges, the Tesla team did a great job executing in a tough environment, and energy storage deployments, the Megapack in particular, reached an all-time high in Q1, leading to record profitability for the energy business. And that looks likely to continue to increase in the quarters and years ahead. It will increase. We actually know that it will. Significantly faster than the car business, as we expected. We also continued to expand our AI training capacity in Q1, more than doubling our training compute sequentially. In terms of the new product roadmap, there's been a lot of talk about our upcoming vehicle line in the past several weeks. We've updated our future vehicle lineup to accelerate the launch of new models ahead of previously mentioned start of production in the second half of 2025. So we expect it to be more like the early 2025, if not late this year. These new vehicles, including more affordable models, will use aspects of the next generation platform, as well as aspects of our current platforms, and will be able to be produced on the same manufacturing lines as our current vehicle lineup. So it's not contingent on any new factory or massive new production line. It'll be made on our current production lines much more efficiently. And we think this should allow us to get to over 3 million vehicles of capacity when realized to the full extent. Regarding FSD version 12, which is the pure AI-based self-driving, people that if you haven't experienced this, I strongly urge you to try it out. It's profound, and the rate of improvement is rapid. So we've now turned that on for all cars with the cameras and inference computer and everything from hardware 3 on in North America. So it's been pushed out to, I think, around 1.8 million vehicles, and we're seeing about half of people use it so far, and that percentage is increasing with each passing week. So we now have over 300 billion miles that have been driven with FSD V12. Since the launch of full self-driving, supervised full self-driving, it's become very clear that the vision-based approach with end-to-end neural networks is the right solution for scalable autonomy. And it's really how humans drive. Our entire road network is designed for biological neural nets and eyes. So naturally, cameras and digital neural nets are the solution to our current road system. To make it more accessible, we've reduced the subscription price to $99 a month, so it's easy to try out. And as we've announced, we'll be showcasing our purpose-built robotaxi or cybercab in August. Regarding AI compute, over the past few months, we've been actively working on expanding Tesla's core AI infrastructure. For a while there, we were training constrained in our progress. We are, at this point, no longer training constrained, and so we're making rapid progress. We've installed and commissioned, meaning they're actually working, 35,000 H100 computers, or GPUs. GPU is the wrong word. They need a new word. I always feel like a wince when I say GPU, because it's not GPU, G stands for graphics, and it doesn't do graphics. But anyway, roughly 35,000 H100s are active, and we expect that to be probably 85,000 or thereabouts by the end of this year. In training, just for training. We are making sure that we're being as efficient as possible in our training. It's not just about the number of H100s, but how efficiently they're used. So in conclusion, we're super excited about our autonomy roadmap. I think it should be obvious to anyone who's driving version 12 in a Tesla that is only a matter of time before we exceed the reliability of humans, and not much time at that. And we're really headed for an electric vehicle, an autonomous future. And I'll go back to something I said several years ago, that in the future, gasoline cars that are not autonomous will be like riding a horse and using a flip phone. And that will become very obvious in hindsight. We continue to make the necessary investments that will drive growth and profits for Tesla in the future. And I wanted to thank the Tesla team for incredible execution during this period, and look forward to everything that we have planned ahead. Thanks.
Thank you very much. And Vaibhav has some comments as well.
Thanks. It's important to acknowledge what Elon said. From our auto business perspective, we did see a decline in revenues quarter over quarter, and those were primarily because of seasonality, uncertain macroeconomic environment, and the other reasons which Elon had mentioned earlier. Auto margins declined from 18.9 to 18.5%, excluding the impact of Cybertruck. The impact of pricing actions was largely offset by reductions in per unit cost and the recognition of revenue from Autopark feature for certain vehicles in the US that previously did not have that functionality. Additionally, while we did experience higher costs due to the ramp of Model 3 in Fremont and disruptions in Berlin, these costs were largely offset by cost reduction initiatives. In fact, if we exclude Cybertruck and Fremont Model 3 ramp costs, the revenue from Autopark, auto margins improved slightly. Currently, normalized Model Y cost per vehicle in Austin and Berlin are already very close to that of Fremont. Our ability to reduce costs without sacrificing on quality was due to the amazing efforts of the team in executing Tesla's relentless pursuit of efficiency across the business. We've also witnessed that as other OEMs are pulling back on their investments in EV, there is increasing appetite for credits, and that means a steady stream of revenue for us. Obviously, seeing others pull back from EV is not the future we want. We would prefer it the whole industry went all in. On the demand front, we have undertaken a variety of initiatives, including lowering the price of both the purchase and subscription options for FSD, launching extremely attractive leasing specials for the Model 3 in the US for $299 a month, and offering attractive financing options in certain markets. We believe that our awareness activities paired with attractive financing will go a long way in expanding our reach and driving demand for our products. Our energy business continues to make meaningful progress with margins reaching a record of 24.6%. We expect the energy storage deployments for 2024 to grow at least 75% higher from 2023. And accordingly, this business will begin contributing significantly to our overall profitability. Note that there is a bit of lumpiness in our storage deployments due to a variety of factors that are outside of our control, so deployments may fluctuate quarter over quarter. On the operating expense front, we saw a sequential increase from our AI initiatives, continued investment in future projects, marketing, and other activities. We had negative free cash flow of $2.5 billion in the first quarter. The primary driver of this was an increase in inventory from a mismatch between builds and deliveries, as discussed before, and our elevated spend on CapEx across various initiatives, including AI compute. We expect the inventory build to reverse in the second quarter and free cash flow to return to positive again. As we prepare the company for the next phase of growth, we had to make the hard but necessary decision to reduce our headcount by over 10%. The savings generated are expected to be well in excess of $1 billion on an annual run rate basis. We are also getting hyper-focused on CapEx efficiency and utilizing our installed capacity in a more efficient manner. The savings from these initiatives, including our cost reductions, will help improve our overall profitability and ultimately enable us to increase the scale of our investments in AI. In conclusion, the future is extremely bright, and the journey to get there, while challenging, will be extremely rewarding. Once again, I would like to thank the whole Tesla team for delivering great results, and we can open it up to Q&A.
Thank you. Okay, let's start with investor Q&A. The first question is, what is the status of 4680? What is the current output? Lars?
Sure. 4680 production increased about 18-20% from Q4, reaching greater than 1K a week for Cybertruck, which is about 7 gigawatt hours per year, as we posted on X. We expect to stay ahead of the Cybertruck ramp with the cell production throughout Q2 as we ramp the 3rd of 4 lines in phase 1, while maintaining multiple weeks of cell inventory to make sure we're ahead of the ramp. Because we're ramping, COGS continues to drop rapidly week over week, driven by yield improvements throughout the lines and production volume increases. So our goal, and we expect to do this, is to beat supplier costs of nickel-based cells by the end of the year.
Thank you. The second question is on Optimus. So what is the current status of Optimus? Are they currently performing any factory tasks? When do you expect to start mass production?
We are able to do simple factory tasks, or at least I should say factory tasks in the lab. In terms of actually, we do think we will have Optimus in limited production in the factory, in the actual factory itself, doing useful tasks before the end of this year. And then I think we may be able to sell it externally by the end of next year. These are just guesses. As I've said before, I think Optimus will be more valuable than everything else combined. Because if you've got a sentient humanoid robot that is able to navigate reality and do tasks at request, there is no meaningful limit to the size of the economy. So that's what's going to happen. And I think Tesla is best positioned of any humanoid robot maker to be able to reach volume production with efficient inference on the robot itself. This perhaps is a point that is worth emphasizing. Tesla's AI inference efficiency is vastly better than any other company. No, there's no company even close to the inference efficiency of Tesla. we've had to do that because we were constrained by the inference hardware in the car. We didn't have a choice. But that will pay dividends in many ways.
Thank you. The third question is, what is Tesla's current assessment of the pathway towards regulatory approval for unsupervised FSD in the US? And how should we think about the appropriate safety threshold compared to human drivers?
Sure, I can start. There are a handful of states that already have adopted autonomous vehicle laws. These states are paving the way for operations, while the data for such operations guides a broader adoption of driverless vehicles. I think Ashok can talk a little bit about our safety methodology, but we expect that these states and the work ongoing, as well as the data that we're providing, will pave the way for a broad-based regulatory approval in the US at least, and then other countries as well.
Yeah. It's actually been pretty helpful that other autonomous car companies have been cutting a path through the regulatory jungle. That's actually quite helpful. And they have obviously been operating in San Francisco for a while. I think they got approval for City of LA. So these approvals are happening rapidly. I think if you've got at scale a statistically significant amount of data that shows conclusively that the autonomous car has, let's say, half the accident rate of a human-driven car, I think that's difficult to ignore, because at that point, stopping autonomy means killing people. So I actually do not think that there will be significant regulatory barriers, provided there is conclusive data that the autonomous car is safer than a human-driven car. And in my view, this will be much like elevators. Like, elevators used to be operated by a guy with a relay switch, but sometimes that guy would get tired or drunk or just make a mistake and shear somebody in half between floors. So now we just get in an elevator and press a button. We don't think about it. In fact, it's kind of weird if somebody's standing there with a relay switch. That'll be how cars work. You just summon a car using your phone. You get in, it takes you to a destination, you get out.
You don't even think about it.
You don't even think about it. Just like an elevator. It takes you to your floor. That's it. Don't think about how the elevator is working or anything like that. Now, something I should clarify is that Tesla will be operating the fleet. So you can think of like how Tesla, think of Tesla like, I don't know, some combination of Airbnb and Uber, meaning that, there'll be some number of cars that Tesla owns itself and operates in the fleet. There'll be some number of cars, and then there'll be a bunch of cars where they're owned by the end user, but that end user can add or subtract their car to the fleet whenever they want. And they can decide if they want to only let the car be used by friends and family, or only by 5-star users, or by anyone. And at any time, they could have the car come back to them and be exclusively theirs, like an Airbnb. You could rent out your guest room or not anytime you want. As our fleet grows, we have 7 million cars, 9 million cars, eventually tens of millions of cars worldwide. With a constant feedback loop, every time something goes wrong, that gets added to the training data, and you get this training flywheel happening in the same way that Google search has the sort of flywheel. It's very difficult to compete with Google because people are constantly doing searches and clicking, and Google's getting that feedback loop. It's the same with Tesla, but at a scale that is maybe difficult to comprehend, but ultimately be tens of millions. I think there's also some potential here for an AWS element down the road, where if we've got very powerful inference, because we've got a hardware 3 in the cars, but now all cars are being made with hardware 4. Hardware 5 is pretty much designed and should be in cars hopefully towards the end of next year. And there's a potential to have to run when the car is not moving to actually run distributed inference. So kind of like AWS, but distributed inference. Like it takes a lot of computers to train an AI model, but many orders of magnitude less compute to run it. So if you can imagine a future perhaps where there's a fleet of 100 million Teslas, and on average they've got like maybe a kilowatt of inference compute, that's 100 gigawatts of inference compute distributed all around the world. It's pretty hard to put together 100 gigawatts of AI compute. And even in an autonomous future where the car is perhaps used, instead of being used 10 hours a week, is used 50 hours a week, that still leaves over 100 hours a week where the car inference computer could be doing something else. And it seems like it would be a waste not to use it.
Asher, do you want to chime in on tier process and safety?
Yeah, we have like multiple tiers of validating the safety. For like in any given week, we train hundreds of neural networks that can produce different trajectories for how to drive the car. We replay them through the millions of clips that we have already collected from our users and our own QA. Those are like critical events, like someone jumping out in front, or like other critical events that we have gathered a database over many, many years. And we replay through all of them to make sure that we are net improving safety. And on top of it, we have simulation systems that also try to recreate this and test this in closed loop fashion. Once all of this is validated, we give it to our own QA drivers. We have hundreds of them in different cities, in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Austin, New York, a lot of different locations. They are also driving this and collecting real world miles. And we have an estimate of what are the critical events. Are they a net improvement compared to the previous week's builds? And once we have confidence that the build is a net improvement, then we start shipping to early users, like 2,000 employees initially, that they would like get the build. They would give feedback on like if it's an improvement, or are they noticing some new issues that we did not capture in our own QA process. And only after all of this is validated, then we go to external customers. And even when we go external, we have like live dashboards of monitoring every critical event that's happening in the fleet, sorted by the criticality of it. So we are having a constant pulse on the build's quality and the safety improvement along the way. And then any failures, like Elon alluded to, you get the data back, add it to the training, and that improves the model in the next cycle. So we have this like constant feedback loop of issues, fixes, evaluations, and then it rinse and repeat. And especially with the new V12 architecture, all of this is automatically improving without requiring much engineering interventions, in the sense that engineers don't have to be creative in like how they code the algorithms. It's mostly learning on its own based on data. So you see that, okay, we failed here, or like this is how a person shows, this is how you drive this intersection or something like that. We get the data back, we add it to the neural network, and it learns from that training data automatically, instead of some engineers saying that, oh, here you must rotate the steering wheel by this much or something like that. There's no hard if-else conditions. It's everything is neural network. It's very soft. It's probabilistic. So it will adapt its probability distribution based on the new data that it's getting.
Yeah, and we do have some insight into how good the things will be in, like, let's say 3 or 4 months, because we have advanced models that are far more capable than what is in the car, but have some issues with them that we need to fix. So there'll be a step change improvement in the capabilities of the car, but it'll have some quirks that are that need to be addressed in order to release it. As Ashok was saying, we have to be very careful in what we release to the fleet, or to customers in general. So like if we look at say 12.4 and 12.5, which are really could arguably even be version 13 and version 14, because it's pretty close to a total retrain of the neural nets in each case, or substantially different. So we have good insight into where the models, how well the car will perform in say 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, in terms of scaling laws, people in the AI community generally talk about model scaling laws, where they increase the model size a lot, and then they have corresponding gains in performance. But we have also figured out scaling laws and other axes. In addition to the model size scaling, we can also have data scaling. You can increase the amount of data you use to train the neural network, and that also gives similar gains. And you can also scale up by training compute. You can train it for much longer and get want more GPUs or more Dojo nodes, and that also gives better performance. And you can also have architecture scaling, where you come up with better architectures that for the same amount of compute produce better results. So a combination of model size scaling, data scaling, training compute scaling, and the architecture scaling, we can basically extrapolate, okay, if we continue scaling based on this ratio, we can sort of predict future performance. Obviously, it takes time to do the experiments because it takes few weeks to train. It takes few weeks to collect tens of millions of video clips and process all of them. But you can estimate what's going to be the future progress based on the trends that we have seen in the past, and they've generally held true based on the past data.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to the next question, which is, can we get an official announcement of the timeline for the $25,000 vehicle?
I think Elon mentioned it in the opening remarks, but as you mentioned, we're updating our future vehicle lineup to accelerate the launch of our low-cost vehicles in a more CapEx efficient way. That's our mission, to get the most affordable cars to customers as fast as possible. These new vehicles we built on our existing lines and open capacity, and that's a major shift, to utilize all our capacity with marginal CapEx before we go spend high CapEx to do anything.
Yeah, we'll talk about this more on August 8th. But really the way to think of Tesla is almost entirely in terms of solving autonomy and being able to turn on that autonomy for a gigantic fleet. And I think it might be the biggest asset value appreciation in history when that day happens, when you can do unsupervised full self-driving.
5 million cars.
Yeah.
Oh, a little less.
Well,
Some of those have,
it'll be 7 million cars, in a year or so.
Yeah.
And then 10 million, and then, eventually we're talking about tens of millions of cars. Not eventually, it's like before the end of this decade. Yeah, before the end of the decade, it's several tens of millions of cars, I think.
Thank you. The next question is, what is the progress of Cybertruck ramp?
I can take that one too. Cybertruck hit 1K a week just a couple weeks ago. This happened in the first 4 to 5 months since we SOP'd late last year. Of course, volume production is what matters. That's what drives costs, and so our costs are dropping. But the ramp still faces a lot of challenges with so many new technologies, some supplier limitations, et cetera, and we'll continue to ramp this year, just focusing on cost efficiency and quality.
Okay, thank you. The next question, have any of the legacy automakers contacted Tesla about possibly licensing FSD in the future?
We're in conversations with one major automaker regarding licensing FSD.
Thank you. The next question is about the robotaxi unveil. Elon already talked about that, so we'll have to wait till August. The following question is about the next generation vehicle. We already talked about that. So let's go to the Semi. What is the timeline for scaling Semi? I think
sure. So we're finalizing the engineering of the Semi to enable a super cost-effective, high-volume production with our learnings from our fleet and pilot, our pilot fleet and Pepsi's fleet, which we're expanding this year marginally. In parallel, as we showed in the shareholders deck, we have started construction on the factory in Reno. Our first vehicles are planned for late 2025 with external customers starting in 2026.
Okay, a couple more questions. So our favorite, can we make FSD transfer permanent until FSD is fully delivered with level 5 autonomy?
No.
Okay, next question. What is gating the production ramp at Lathrop? Where do you see the megapack run rate at the end of the year? Mike?
Yeah, Lathrop is ramping as planned. We have our second GA line allowing us to increase our exit rate from 20 gigawatt hours per year at the start of this year to 40 gigawatt hours per year by the end of the year. That line's commissioned. There's really nothing limiting the ramp. It's given the longer sales cycles for these large projects, we typically have order visibility 12 to 24 months prior to ship date. So we're able to plan the build plan several quarters in advance. So this allows us to ramp the factory to align with the business and order growth. Lastly, we'd like to thank our customers globally for their trust in Tesla as a partner for these incredible projects.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to analyst questions. The first question comes from Tony Sacconaghi from Bernstein. Tony, please go ahead and unmute.
Thank you for taking the question. I was just wondering if you could elaborate a little bit more on kind of the new vehicles that you talked about today. Are these like tweaks on existing models, given that they're going to be running on the same lines, or are these like new models, and how should we think about them, in the context of like the Model 3 Highland update? What will these models be like relative to that? And given the quick time frame, Model 3 Highland has required a lot of work and a lot of retooling. Maybe you can help put that all in context. Thank you. And I have a follow-up, please.
I think we've said all we will on that front. So what's your follow-up?
It's a more personal one for you, Elon, which is that you're leading many important companies right now. Maybe you can just talk about where your heart is at in terms of your interests, and do you expect to lessen your involvement with Tesla at any point over the next 3 years?
Well, Tesla constitutes the majority of my work time, and I work pretty much every day of the week. It's rare for me to take a Sunday afternoon off. So I'm going to make sure Tesla is very prosperous, and it is prosperous, and it will be very much so in the future.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Adam Jonas from Morgan Stanley. Adam, please go ahead and unmute.
Okay, great. Hey, Elon. So you and your team on volume expect a 2024 growth rate notably lower than that achieved in 2023. But what's your team's degree of confidence on growth above 0%? Or in other words, does that statement leave room for potentially lower sales year on year?
No, I think we'll have higher sales this year than last year.
Okay. My follow-up, Elon, on future product. If you had nailed execution, assuming that you nail execution on your next gen, cheaper vehicles, more aggressive giga castings, I don't want to say one piece, but getting closer to one piece, structural pack, unboxed, 300-mile range, $25,000 price point, putting aside robotaxi, those features unique to you, how long would it take your best Chinese competitors to copy a cheaper and better vehicle that you could offer a couple of years from now? How long would it take your best Chinese competitors to copy that? Thanks.
I mean, I don't know what our competitors could do, except we've done relatively better than they have. If you look at the drop in our competitors in China sales versus our drop in sales, our drop was less than theirs. So we're doing well. But I think Kathy Wood said it best. Like, really, we should be thought of as an AI robotics company. If you value Tesla as just like an auto company, you just have to fundamentally. It's just the wrong framework, and it will come to. If you ask the wrong question, then the right answer is impossible. So. I mean, if somebody doesn't believe Tesla's going to solve autonomy, I think they should not be an investor in the company. Like that is, but we will, and we are. And then you have a car that goes from 10 hours of use a week, like an hour and a half a day, to probably 50, but it costs the same.
I think that's the key thing to remember, right? Especially if you look at FSD supervised, if you didn't believe in autonomy, they should give you a preview that this is coming. It's actually getting better day by day.
Yeah, if you've not tried the FSD 12.3, and like I said, 12.4 is going to be significantly better, and 12.5 even better than that, and we have visibility into those things, then you really don't understand what's going on. It's not possible.
Yeah, and that's why we can't just look at just as a car company, because a car company would just have a car. But here we have more than a car company because the cars can be autonomous. And like I said, it's happening.
Yeah, this is all in addition to Tesla working. The overall AI community is just like increasing, like improving rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, we're putting the actual auto in automobile. So, so sort of a lot of it, we like, well, sort of like, tell us about future horse carriages you're making. I'm like, well, actually, it doesn't need a horse. That's the whole point. That's really the whole point.
Okay, thank you. The next question comes from Alex Potter from Piper Sandler. Alex, please go ahead and unmute.
Great, thanks. So couldn't agree more. The thesis hinges completely on AI, the future of AI, full self-driving, neural net training, all of these things. In that context, Elon, you've spoken about your desire to obtain 25% voting control of the company. And I understand completely why that would be. So I'm not necessarily asking about that. I'm asking if you've come up with any mechanism by which you can ensure that you'll obtain that level of voting control, because if not, then the core part of the thesis could potentially be at risk. So any additional commentary you might have on that topic?
Well, I think no matter what, Tesla, even if I got kidnapped by aliens tomorrow, Tesla will solve autonomy, maybe a little slower, but it would solve autonomy for vehicles at least. I don't know if it would win on with respect to Optimus or with respect to future products, but it would. But there's enough momentum for Tesla to solve autonomy, even if I disappeared for vehicles. Now, there's
Okay.
a whole range of things we can do in the future beyond that. I'd be more reticent with respect to Optimus. If we have a super sentient humanoid robot that can follow you indoors and that you can't escape, we're talking Terminator level risk, then I'd be uncomfortable with, if there's not some meaningful level of influence over how that is deployed. If there's shareholders have an opportunity to ratify or re-ratify the sort of competition, I guess I can't say that. Whatever, but that is a fact. They have an opportunity.
Okay. Very good.
And we'll see if the company generates a lot of positive cash flow, we could obviously buy back shares.
All right, that's actually all very helpful context. Thank you. Maybe one final question, then I'll pass it on. OpEx reductions. Thank you for quantifying the impact there. I'd be interested also in potentially more qualitative discussion of what the implications are for these headcount reductions. What are the types of activities that you're presumably sacrificing as a result of parting ways with these folks? Thanks very much.
So, like we said, we've done these headcount reductions across the board. And, as companies grow over time, there are certain redundancies, there's some duplication of efforts which happens in certain areas. So you need to go back and look at where all these pockets are, get rid of it. So we're basically going through that exercise wherein we're like, hey, how do we set this company right for the next phase of growth? And the way to think about it is, any tree which grows, it needs pruning. This is the pruning exercise which we went through. And at the end of it, we'll be much stronger and much more resilient to deal with the future, because the future is really bright. Like I said in my opening remarks, we just have to get through this period and get there.
Yeah, we're not giving up anything that it's significant that I'm aware of. So we've had a long period of prosperity from 2019 to now, and so if a company sort of organizationally is 5% wrong per year, that accumulates to 25-30% of inefficiency. We've made some corrections along the way, but it is time to reorganize the company for the next phase of growth. And you really need to reorganize it, just like a human. When we start off as one cell and become a zygote and blastocyst, and you start growing arms and legs, and then briefly you have a tail. And so.
But you shed the tail. You
shed the tail, hopefully, and then you're a baby, and you basically you have to be different. The organism, a company is kind of like a creature growing, and if you don't reorganize it for different phases of growth, it will fail. You can't have the same organizational structure if you're 10 cells versus 100 versus 1 million versus 1 billion versus 1 trillion. Where humans are like around 35 trillion cells. Doesn't feel like it feels like feel like one person, but you're basically a walking cell colony of roughly 35 trillion, depending on your body mass, and about 3 times that number in bacteria. So anyway, you've got to reorganize the company for a new phase of growth, or it will fail to achieve that growth.
Thank you. Let's go to Mark Delaney from Goldman Sachs. Mark, please go ahead and unmute.
Yes, good afternoon. Thanks very much for taking the question. The company had previously characterized potential FSD licensing discussions as in the early phase, and some OEMs had not really been believing in it. Can you elaborate on how much the licensing business opportunity you mentioned today has progressed? And is there anything Tesla needs to achieve with the technology in terms of product milestones in order to be successful at reaching a licensing agreement, in your view?
Well, I think it just needs to be obvious that our approach is the right approach. And I think it is. I think we're now with 12.3. If you just have the car drive you around, it is obvious that our solution, with a relatively low cost inference computer and standard cameras, can achieve self-driving. No LiDARs, no radars, no ultrasonics, nothing. Just
no heavy integration work for vehicle manufacturers.
Yeah, it's so it would really just be a case of having them use the same cameras and inference computer and licensing out software. And but it's once it becomes obvious that if you don't have this in a car, nobody wants your car. Yeah, it's like it's a smart car. I still remember back when Nokia was king of the hill. Yeah,
cell phone industry.
Yeah, crushing. And I saw them come out with a smartphone that was basically a brick with limited functionality. And then the iPhone and Android. But people still did not understand that all the phones are going to be that way. There's not going to be any flip phones. There'll be a niche product.
Or home phones.
Yeah, not even exactly. When was the last time you saw a home phone?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
In a hotel. Sometimes in a hotel.
Yeah, the hotels have them. Yeah. So the people don't understand, all cars will need to be smart cars, or you will not sell this. The car will not. Nobody will buy it. Once that becomes obvious, I think licensing becomes not optional.
Becomes a method of survival.
Yeah, so it's license it, or nobody will buy your car.
I mean, one other thing which I'll add is, in the conversations which we've had with some of these OEMs, I just want to also point out that they take a lot of time in their product life cycle.
Yeah.
They're talking about years before they will, put it in their product. We might have a licensing deal earlier than that, but it takes a while. So this is where the big difference between us and them is, right?
Yeah, I mean, really, a deal signed now would result in it being in a car in probably 3 years.
That
Something like
would be
that.
early.
Yeah, that's like lightning,
Yeah.
basically. So
That's being an eager OEM.
yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we do sign a deal. I think we're good chance we do sign a deal this year. Maybe more than one. But yeah, it would be probably 3 years before it's integrated with a car, even though all you need is cameras and our inference computer. So it's like not a massive design change.
Yeah, and again, just to clarify, it's not the work which we have to do, it's the work which they have to do, which will take the time.
Right, Mark, do
Very
you have a follow-up?
Yeah, very helpful. Thank you. My follow-up was to better understand Tesla's approach to pricing going forward. Previously, the company had said that the price reductions were driving incremental demand. With how affordable the cars have become, especially for vehicles that have access to IRA credits and some of the leasing offers that Tesla has in place, do you still see meaningful incremental price reductions as making sense from here for the existing products? And can the company meaningfully lower prices from here and also stay free cash flow positive on an annual basis with the current product set? Thanks.
Yeah, I think we can be free cash flow positive meaningfully. Yeah.
I think Vaibhav said it in his opening remarks, like our cost down efforts, we basically were offsetting the price cuts.
That's what I was going to say.
Goal. Like we're trying to give it back to the customers.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like for any given company, if you sell a great product at a great price, if you have a great product at a great price, the sales will be excellent. That's true of any arena. So over time, we do need to keep making sure that that it's a great product at a great price, and moreover, that price is accessible to people. So it's not, you have to solve both the value for money and the fundamental affordability question. The fundamental affordability question is sometimes overlooked. If somebody's earning several $100,000 a year, they don't think of a car from a fundamental affordability standpoint. But for the vast majority of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So it actually makes a difference if the cost per month for lease or financing is $10 one way or the other. So it is important to keep improving the affordability and to keep, it's just like making the price
more accessible.
Yeah, exactly. Make the price more accessible, the value for money better, and to keep improving that over time.
But also to make kick-ass cars that people want to buy.
Yeah, it's got to be a great product at a great price, and the standards for what constitutes a great product at a great price keep increasing. So there's like you can't just be static. You have to keep making the car better, improving the price of it, improving the cost of production. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and in fact, like I said in my opening remarks also, like the updated Model 3 is a fantastic car. I don't think people fully even understand the amount of engineering effort which has gone, and Lars and team have actually put out videos explaining how much the car is different when it looks and feels different. Not only it looks and feels different, we've added so much value to it, but you can lease it for like as low as $299 a month.
Yeah. Without gas.
Yeah.
All right. The next question comes from George from Canaccord. George, please go and unmute.
Hi. Thank you for taking my question. First, could you please help us understand maybe some of the timing of launching FSD in additional geographies, including maybe clarifying your recent comment about China? Thank you.
You mean like new markets? Yeah, there are a bunch of markets where we don't currently sell cars that we should be selling cars in. We'll see some acceleration of that.
And FSD in new markets?
Yeah. So the thing about the end-to-end neural net based autonomy is that just like a human, it actually works pretty well without modification in almost any market. So we plan on, with the approval of the regulators, releasing it as a supervised autonomy system in any market where we can get regulatory approval for that, which we think includes China. So yeah, it's just like a human, you can go rent a car in a foreign country and you can drive pretty well. Obviously, if you live in that country, you'll drive better, and so we'll make the car drive better in these other countries with country-specific training, but it can drive quite well almost everywhere.
Yeah, the basics of driving are basically the same everywhere. Like, car is a car, traffic is a traffic light, road is the road.
Yeah, it understands that it shouldn't hit things no matter where it is.
Exactly. There are some road rules that you need to follow. In China, you shouldn't cross over a solid line to do a lane change. US is a recommendation, I think. China, you get fined heavily if you do that. We have to do some adaptations, but it's mostly smaller adaptations, not like an entire change of stack or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, George, do you have a follow-up?
Yep. So my follow-up has to do with the first quarter deliveries, and I'm curious as to whether or not you feel that supply constraints that you mentioned throughout the release impacted the results, and maybe can you help us quantify that, and is that why you have some confidence in unit growth in 2024?
Yeah, I think we did cover this a little bit in the opening remarks too. Q1 had a lot of different things which were happening. Seasonality was a big one, continued pressure from the macroeconomic environment. We had attacks at our factory. We had Red Sea attacks. We're ramping Model 3. We're ramping Cybertruck. All these things are happening. I mean, it almost feels like a culmination of all those activities in a constrained period. And that gives us that confidence that, hey, we don't expect these things to recur.
Yeah, we think Q2 will be a lot better.
Yeah.
It's just one thing after another. Our attacks are crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, if you've got cars that are sitting on ships, they obviously cannot be delivered to people. And if you've got excess demand for Model 3 or Model Y in one market, but you don't have it there, it's an extremely complex logistics situation. So and I'd say also we did overcomplicate the sales process, which we've just in the past week or so have greatly simplified. So it became far too complex to buy a Tesla, whereas it should just be you can buy the car in under a minute. So we're getting back to the you can buy a Tesla in under a minute interface from what was quite complex.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Colin Rush from Oppenheimer. Colin, go ahead and unmute, please.
Thanks so much, guys. Given the pursuit of Tesla really as a leader in AI for the physical world, and your comments around distributed inference, can you talk about what that approach is unlocking beyond what's happening in the vehicle right now?
So, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I can mention like the car, even when it's a full robotaxi, it's probably going to be used around 50 hours a week.
That's my guess. Like a third of the hours of the week.
Yeah, it could be more or less, but then there's certainly going to be some hours left for charging and cleaning and maintenance. In that world, it can do a lot of other workloads. Even right now, we are seeing, for example, these LLM companies have these like batch workloads where they send a bunch of documents, and those are run through pretty large neural networks. And take a lot of compute to chunk through those workloads. And now that we have already paid for this compute in these cars, it might be wise to use them and not let them be idle, be like buying a lot of expensive machinery and letting them be idle. Like, we don't want that. We'd want to use the compute as much as possible and close to like basically 100% of the time, make effective use of it.
That's why I think it's analogous to Amazon Web Services, where people didn't expect that AWS would be the most valuable part of Amazon when it started out as a bookstore. So that was on nobody's radar. But they found that they had excess compute because the compute needs would spike to extreme levels for brief periods of the year, and then they had idle compute for the rest of the year. So then what should they do with all that excess compute for the rest of the year? That's kind of
monetize it.
Yeah, monetize it. So it seems like kind of a no-brainer to say, okay, if we've got millions and then tens of millions of vehicles out there where the computers are idle most of the time, that we might as well have them do something useful.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, I mean, if you get like to the 100 million vehicle level, which I think we will at some point get to, then, and you've got a kilowatt of usable compute, and maybe you're on hardware 6 or 7 by that time, then you really, I think you'd have on the order of 100 gigawatts of usable compute, which might be more than anyone, more than any company, probably more than any company.
Yeah, probably. Because it takes a lot of intelligence to drive the car anyway. And when it's not driving the car, you just put this intelligence to other uses, to solving scientific problems.
Just like a human.
Or answering dumb questions for someone else.
We've already learned a lot about deploying workloads to these compute nodes. And
And unlike laptops and our cell phones, it is totally under Tesla's control. So it's easier to distribute the workload across different nodes as opposed to asking users for permission on their own cell phones would be very tedious.
Well, you just drain the battery on them.
Yeah, exactly. The battery is also limited.
So like technically, I suppose like Apple would have the most amount of distributed compute, but you can't use it because you can't get you can't just run the phone at full power and drain the battery.
Yep.
So whereas for the car, even if you're a kilowatt level inference computer, which is crazy power compared to a phone, if you've got a 50 or 60 kilowatt hour pack, it's still not a big deal to run.
If you're plugged in,
whether you're plugged in or not, you could be plugged in or not plugged in. You could run for 10 hours and use 10 kilowatt hours of your kilowatt of compute
forever.
Yeah.
Already got a built-in liquid cooled thermal management.
Yeah, it's exactly
that's for data centers. So it's already there in the car.
Exactly. So it's distributed power generation. It's just distributed access to power and distributed cooling, and it's already paid for.
Yeah, I mean that distributed power and cooling, people underestimate that costs a lot of money.
Really big deal.
It does.
Yeah, and the capex is shared by the entire world.
Yes.
Sort of everyone wants a small chunk, and they get a small profit out of it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. And just my follow-up is a little bit more mundane. Looking at the 4680 ramp, can you talk about how close you are to target yields and when you might start to accelerate incremental capacity expansions on that technology?
We're making good progress on that, but I don't think it's super important for at least the near term. As Lars said, we think it will be, exceed the competitiveness of suppliers by the end of this year, and then we'll continue to improve.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to note also that like the ramp right now is relevant to the Cybertruck ramp.
Yeah,
and so like we're not going to just randomly build 4680s unless we have a place to put them, and so we're going to make sure we're prudent about that. But we also have a lot of investments with all our cell suppliers and vendors. They're great partners, and they, done great development work with us. And a lot of the advancements in technology and chemistry we found in 4680, they're also putting into their cells.
Yeah, I mean, a big part of the 4680, in terms of doing internal cells, was a hedge against what would happen with our suppliers. Because for a while there, it was very difficult because every big car maker put in massive battery orders. And so the price per kilowatt hour of lithium-ion batteries went to crazy numbers, to crazy levels.
Bonkers.
Yeah, just bonkers. So okay, we've got to have some hedge here to deal with, cost per kilowatt hours numbers that would double what we anticipated. If we have an internal cell production, then we have that hedge against demand shocks, with too much demand. That's really the way to think about it. It's not like we want to take on a whole bunch of problems that just for the hell of it. we did the cell program in order to address the crazy increase in cost per kilowatt hour from our suppliers due to gigantic orders placed by every car maker on Earth. So,
okay, thank you. And the last question comes from Ben Kalo from Baird. Ben, go ahead and unmute. And you're still muted.
Well, I once again would just like to strongly recommend that anyone who is, I guess, thinking about the Tesla stock should really drive FSD 12.3. You can't, it's impossible to understand the company if you do not do this.
All right, so since Ben is not unmuting, let's try Shreyas Patel from Wolf Research. Final question.
Oh, hey, thanks so much. Just, Elon, during the Investor Day last year, you mentioned that auto COGS per unit for the next-gen vehicle would decline by 50% versus the current 3 and Y. I think that was implying something around $20,000 of COGS. About a third of that was coming from the unboxed manufacturing process. But I'm curious if you see an opportunity that some of the other drivers around powertrain cost reduction or material cost savings, would those be largely transferable to some of the new products that you're now talking about introducing?
Yeah, sure. I mean, in short, yes. I mean, like, the unboxed manufacturing method is certainly great and revolutionary, but with it comes some risk because, it's new production lines, not. But all the subsystems we developed, whether it was powertrains, drive units, battery improvements in manufacturing and automation, thermal systems, seating, the integration of interior components, and reduction of LV controllers, all that's transferable, and that's what we're doing. Trying to get it into our products as fast as possible. And so that engineering work, we're not trying to just throw it away and put it, in a coffin. We're going to take it and utilize it to the best advantage of the cars we make and the future cars we make.
Okay, great. And then just on that topic of 4680 cells, I know you mentioned it. You really thought of it more as like a hedge against rising battery costs from other OEMs. But it seems even today, it seems like you would have a cost advantage against some of those other automakers. And I'm wondering, given the rationalizing of your vehicle manufacturing plans that you're talking about now, if there's an opportunity to maybe convert the 4680 cells and maybe sell those to other automakers and really generate an additional revenue stream. I'm just curious if you have any thoughts about that.
Right. What seems to be happening is that unless I'm missing something, the orders for batteries from other automakers have declined dramatically. So we're seeing much more competitive prices for cells from our suppliers, dramatically more competitive than in the past. It is clear that a lot of our suppliers have excess capacity.
Yeah. In addition to what Elon said, this is Karan, by the way. In addition to what Elon said about 4680s, what 4680 did for us from a supply chain perspective was help us understand the supply chain that's upstream of our cell suppliers. So a lot of the deals that we had struck for 4680, we can also supply those materials to our partners, help reducing the overall cost back to Tesla. So we're basically inserting ourselves in the upstream supply chain by doing that. So that's also been beneficial in reducing the overall pricing in addition to the excess capacity that these suppliers have.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is going to wax and wane, obviously. So, there's going to be a boom and bust in battery cell production, where production exceeds supply, and then supply exceeds production, and back and forth, kind of like, I don't know, DRAM or something. So it's like what is true today will not be true in the future. There's going to be somewhat of a boom and bust cycle here. And then there are additional complications with government incentives, like the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA, which I always found like a funny name for a
comical name.
Yeah, is it like the Irish Republican Army, the Internet Research Agency from Russia?
Independent retirement account.
Yeah, exactly. Roth IRA. It's like four Spider-Man situations, which IRA wins. But it does complicate the incentive structure, so that there is perhaps there's stronger demand for cells that are produced in the U.S. than outside the U.S. But then how long does the IRA last? I don't know.
Which is why it's important that we have both in-house cells and vendor cells to hedge against all of this.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all the time we have today. But at the same time, I would like to make a short announcement. And I wanted to let the investment community know that about a month ago, I met up with Elon and Vaibhav and announced that I'll be moving on from the world of investor relations. I'll be hanging around for another couple of months or so feel free to reach out anytime. But after this 7-year sprint, I'm going to be taking a break and spending some good quality time with my family. And I wanted to say that these 7 years have been the greatest privilege of my professional life. I'll never forget the memories from, I started literally at the beginning of production hell and just watching the company from the inside to see what it's become today. And I'm especially super thankful to the people in this room and dozens of people outside of this room that I've worked for over the years. I think the team strength and teamwork at Tesla is unlike anything else I've seen in my career. Elon, thank you very much for this opportunity that I got back in 2017. Thank you for seeking investor feedback and regularly and debating it with me.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason I reached out to you was because I thought your analysis of Tesla was the best that I'd seen.
Thank you.
So, yeah, thank you for helping Tesla get to where it is today over 7 years. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for all the thousands of shareholders that we've met over the years and walked around factories and loved all the interactions, even the tough ones. And yeah, looking forward to the call in the next 3 months, but I'll be on the other side listening in. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah. So the dude just had to quit at the end. He's like, "Thank you for everything, but I quit." It's been fun. It's time to go. Oh my goodness. No, that was a good call though. There was less about Evie on that call than so if you listen to that, you kind of know why we like Tesla, because die Tesla die. No, Tesla's up 10%, so nice little gap up. They obviously missed earnings, they missed revenue, they missed EPS, but people seem to be excited for the future, right? 130 incoming. Oh, come on, you hate Tesla. That is true. Today I've been trashing Tesla all day, so um, anyways, it's been nice. Yeah. What was your favorite part about the call? What did you like the most? Let me know. Yeah, no, Elon said if you're concerned about the stock, he actually said that, right? So if you're concerned about the stock, just go drive the car, go drive FSD, and I think that's really cool, and I think that's where the future is going. So yup, 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 yup. I mean, another really cool thing too is he mentioned multiple things, right? So like the energy part of the company, and said it's gonna be bigger than EV, and then he mentioned Optimus and said it was gonna be bigger than EV, right? So they have all these things that are potentially bigger than what they've been doing, which is cool. I think that's cool. Yep. They missed and will continue to lose. Give me an e-tron. Was every time they said AI correct? Yeah. Monies. Monies. Anyways, any questions, guys? Don't forget to hit the like if you haven't already. But yeah, so the stock is green. Let's see where we open tomorrow. I think Virus said 157 to 160. I think that's where it's going to be. Unless we have some unless we have some analyst price target upgrades tomorrow, and then maybe it's going to be higher. But if not, I think it's going to be like the mid to high 150s, hopefully above 160. But meh. Right. So AI, EV, robotics, infinite. Yeah. Yup. Yep. As the Audi, Mercedes. Yeah, but it's not the same though, Eric. You know, I know what you're saying, but it's not the same. Tomorrow, I want to. Are you selling tomorrow? Okay. Yeah, nice little gap up to take profits. Nice little gap up for profit taking. Bottom was 140, 138. To get the price they want. They don't hate Tesla. Market rebalances. Interesting. You all knew better. Anyways, so the contest should be over in an hour and 20 minutes. The winner, Troy? We'll see. Hopefully it's not 151.72. Oh, I think it's cool. The way more engaging. Yeah, it looks cool, but it's not it like again, like we're talking about cars though, right, Eric? I know what you're saying, and I think that's what most of the market looks at Tesla. When people look at Tesla, they're like, "Oh yeah, that EV company, right?" So, but again, if you go back and listen to that call, it was way less about EVs and way more about AI and energy storage and other things, right? So. Again, he said it right. So the energy part of the company makes more money than the EVs, right? So we'll be bigger than the EVs, right? So again, like Hyundai will never be like an energy company or like a robotics company or like an maybe a little bit of AI, but right. Uh, Eric is so focused on the AI on the EV side. Like and they are. Eric is not gonna give up. Yeah, robot taxi, right? Robot taxi. Yeah, competition there too. Eric is not backing down. Oh my goodness. No, that's okay, Eric. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, exactly, Troy. I like it. Yeah, it's back above 160. So we've gone from 138.80 to 162 almost. Go see a night doctor because the most likely you get you are out. Oh my goodness. uh, yeah, no, it really is, isn't it? It really is. You either love it or you hate it, or both. Like I love and hate Tesla at the same time. Hate and love. Just let it go. Anyways, where's Tesla gonna go? A, B, C, D, E. Hopefully higher. Yep. I'm trolling. I can't even get to my angry responses. No, Eric, that's because we know you. That's because we know you. And the fact that you're not giving up. Oh my goodness. No, no, no. A lot of promises get old, but no, no, no. Lands rockets are bright, no, no. Yeah, there you go. Yup. 152, 150, 172. Anyways, guys, we're gonna leave it here for today though. See you guys in Discord. See you tomorrow on stream. Have a wonderful evening. Be safe. Much love. And bye, guys. Stop buying Tesla so Elon will take SpaceX public. That's what the people want. Yep. He said never. So he said never. Joe, aren't you home already? Where's your wife? Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, hit that subscribe. If you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbots and come join us. If you do become a member, send me an email. Email is at the top, hottradesx@gmail, and I'll send you an invite. Everybody wants SpaceX. You know, Elon is like, never. Just buy Tesla instead. Buy Teslas instead, he says. And you have been, Joe? Okay, sounds good. Fine. Fine. I bet. Jay, have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much. Jay is here from like the market open to the market close, like the first one to show up and the last one to leave. Jay, thank you very much. Much love. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful evening. And yeah, anything else? Anything else, Virus? Much love. Have a wonderful evening. Josh, have a wonderful evening. Troy, have a wonderful evening. Eric, go to bed. Rubbish. Tesla hater. Just kidding. Alrighty, guys. Bye, 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 bye. See you tomorrow. Bye, Tesh. See you in Discord. See you. Have a good one, Eric. You're going to work? Okay, sounds good. Trevor, see you tomorrow. Alrighty, y'all. Bye, guys. Bye, all.